The rich and colourful history of Sri Lankan art. Sri Lanka has produced many talented painters whose works have earned both national and international recognition. From traditional temple paintings to modern artistic movements, these painters have been significant in shaping Sri Lanka's cultural identity. Today we will be discussing the valuable contributions and artistic styles of Sri Lanka's most influential artists. I'm very pleased to be joined by Dr. Sri Fernando, a respected psychiatrist whose passion extends beyond the scope of medicine. He is an avid art collector and a dedicated scholar of art history with a particular interest in Sri Lankan art and culture. Thank you so much for joining me today, Dr. Sri Lal.
Thank you, Mindali, for the nice introduction.
Now, we've spoken a lot about canvas paintings, but what about other forms of drawing and painting in the Sri Lankan art scene?
Yeah, there are many other forms of painting and drawing, and some of them are ephemeral, that is, they are there for a purpose and they are gone. The Vesak Pandals, for instance, they are beautiful paintings, and then after Vesak is over, they're destroyed. Then there are the film hoardings. When a film is put out at first, and then there are these, when we were young, especially near the Maradana station, we could see these large hoardings advertising the film. And it would have taken a real talent for those artists to paint it, and also paint it in a way that from eye level they could see these images. And again, when the film is over, they are gone. Then we had posters, especially advertising posters for various products, and some of them are brilliant work when you look back. At that time, we didn't consider them collectible. Then there were posters that were used for advertising, and the ones that have remained are the ones that were done by Air Ceylon and also the government tourist bureau. Some of them have really excellent work. They are big collector's items now. Then art is there everywhere we look. If you look at a stamp, there's an artist who has to get the image there onto the stamp. If it's a coin is made, then there's an artist involved. If a banknote is produced, then there's artwork. In fact, one of the best known collectible banknotes of Sri Lanka is the series done by Lucky Senanayake. He used only endemic flora and fauna in the artwork, and it's an international collector's item. Then there are the cartoons. There are the political cartoons, the cartoons for newspapers, and they tell a story, especially the work of Colette, one of the 43 group, is now again very collectible. And he could, with just a few strokes of the pen, he could get the message across very well. Then during political times, there were cartoons that appeared. I have a small collection of them. We don't know who the artist is, but they are brilliant work on looking back because they hit the point very well. There were election posters which were pasted on walls, and they are gone now.
Yeah, going off of what you're saying, how do Sri Lankan painters express national identity through their art?
Well, it's again, especially the modern artists, they have taken their cues from various sources. So I don't think it's purely cultural at this point in time. They are wonderful artists. They get their inspiration from what is overseas. But having said that, there are few artists who are emerging, who have expressed their culture. Especially there's an artist who has come from the Tamil estate workers group, and he expresses their sentiment very well. So there are niche groups that have come up among the modern artists.
And finally, in what ways have Sri Lankan painters gained international recognition?
Well, international recognition is a very fickle thing because it depends very much on the auction houses. They are mainly Western oriented till recently. In the last 15 or 20 years, there is an accent on collecting Indian and Chinese art, and so we have gained a lot from Chinese and the Indian art market. Indian art market has gone up very much now, and along with that, Sri Lankan artists also have their paintings fetch high prices. At the moment, the two best known international artists are, one is George Keat from the 43 group, and the other is Senaka Senanayaka, who is widely known. He was born in the 1950s, still living, and a wonderful artist.
Thank you so much, Dr. Srilal, for your insights into Sri Lankan art and culture. I learned so much from our discussion, and I'm sure the viewers at home have also learned so much about the Sri Lankan cultural identity that we often don't get to appreciate enough.
Thank you, Mindale.
Yeah. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you learned a lot from our discussion, and in future segments we will be fleshing out these ideas a lot more and learning more about Sri Lankan art and culture. Until we see you next time, goodbye for now.